Hello everyone, in this video I will explain something very important regarding a significant mistake I made while flipping my domain name. I registered the domain name fake.co.uk on May 3, 2024. 10 days later, on May 13th, I received an offer for this domain name for $1,400. Without conducting any research or considering whether to accept the offer, I immediately accepted. At that time, I had set a buy now price for $1,806, but I thought $1,400 was a good profit since I acquired the domain name for almost free. However, I realized I made a horrible mistake. I did not take the time to research the keyword associated with the name fake. After accepting the offer, I searched the name and discovered that it belongs to an electronic manufacturing company in Germany. As you can see, fake.de. This company has created a separate website for their UK customers at fake.co.uk, which is currently under construction. If I had taken the time to research this name, I would have rejected the offer and set a price closer to my original buy now price for $1,806. The estimated value for this domain name is $2,580, making my decision a significant error. I hope you can learn from my mistake and avoid similar situations. If the owner of the name fake.co.uk is watching this video, thank you for your purchase and good luck. Once I received the payment, I transferred the domain on the second day, May 14th, 2024. After the 15% commission from Dan, I received €1,102 from the sale of the domain, which translates to a net profit of $1,190. I have sold 3 other domain names as well and created a longer video detailing this process. In that video, I explained how you can use this strategy to build a profitable domain flipping business, covering all the steps in detail. If you are interested, you can watch that video. Now let's talk about evaluating domain names. First, I find some domain name ideas through online word generator website as shown on the screen. I select the number of the words and number of letters as well as the language. Once I have found these words, I use domain appraisal tools from Gurari. As you can see, they only allow you to evaluate 3 domain names daily. Additionally, Afternic has an integrated domain value appraisal on their website. You can add domain names, click next, and then use the estimated value feature. This method allows you to evaluate the value of the domain name before accepting an offer. However, it depends on your confidence regarding the opportunity. If you're uncertain, you can accept the offer at any price, as long as it is profitable. If you can conduct research on the name and discover a company associated with it, you can raise the price and adjust the offer as needed. I accept this offer for $1,400. This is profitable for me and represents a quick sell. Actually, 10 days after the purchase, I received an offer which was a significant opportunity. This factor contributed to my decision to accept the offer without any further research. As I mentioned before accepting your offer or making a new offer, please conduct a research about the name. After that, you should make the decision. Now let's talk a little bit about strategies for valuing and selling domain names. Do not always rely on the estimated value. If you want to keep the domain name for a long time, you can consider a price higher than the estimated value. However, for specific non-international domain names, such as geographically domain extensions, you can use the estimated value or a price lower than that. If you intend to sell your domain name within a year, you can set a price lower than the estimated value. At that price, if the domain name sells, you will still be in a good position and achieve a significant profit. Now let's talk a little bit about maximizing domain sales. As I have said before, do not rely solely on Afternic. List your domain names on as many platforms or marketplaces as you can. For example, I sold a domain name on Sedo for $130 and received a commission of €100. I also listed that domain name on Afternic. At that time, I had only listed about 10 to 15 of my domain names on Sedo. I was unsure about my ability to sell them due to the platform's dashboard and user experience, which I did not like. Surprisingly, one of my domains sold. Another platform worth mentioning is Atom, formerly known as Squad Help. I believe this platform is valuable, with traffic ranging from 1.9 to 2 million, which is quite impressive. I'm also starting to list my domain names on this platform. Many sellers primarily focus on .com. As you can see from the seller list, they are quite successful, with an average selling price of around $2,000 to $100,000. In some selling for as much as millions. For instance, one seller has already sold 90 domain names, generating at least $570,000. They have a substantial portfolio with around 759 domain names. Many people have achieved success in this field, and I hope to create another video to share their strategies. Stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. In the upcoming days, I will also share strategies on how to replicate their methods for your domain flipping business. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.